actually have to look into it to make sure it's before.
Good evening, this is the ACABOR meeting of Thursday, September 5th, 2024, and it is now in session. Please rise for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please be seated. So we're going to have a little agenda change tonight. We're going to move Guardian Gun Works sign review and Geica's Roofing wall sign review up before the Kroger Real Estate Partners building operations. And also I'd like to announce that there is time during the meeting for the public to speak. The people who have the project will come forward first, explain the project to the board, and then we will open it to the public. If you wish to speak, where do they stand? They used to stand in a microphone.
In the middle, like how we used to.
Okay, just come up to the middle. Do not take a seat at the table. And announce your name and address, and you have 3 minutes to talk about the project and express anything you'd like to express. So that being said, we're going to get started with Japan Grammar School sign plan.
So we come up here?
Yes,
Okay.
you may have a seat.
Oh, no, I don't need a seat unless you want me to.
Have you signed in
I
here?
did, and so did Pam.
And did you put your relationship to the project?
I am the president of the board,
Okay.
and I live at the Tappan Grammar School.
Okay, so just put board president, or, you know, give yourself a title on the paper. So we know that you're not like a person from the sign company or whatever. Sorry. We need to share it.
The applicants sit at the table. Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
You really can sit.
They should.
We would prefer that you sat at the
They
table.
always do. This is our first one here, but that's traditional.
Yes. I'm moving my name down.
No, you're fine. Okay, so, we have a replacement sign that we want to approve. We should have a photo of the old sign and the new sign. And, the new sign is simply got, the only major difference is that it has the number 215, because we had a lot of residents saying that they couldn't find us and they think we're a school, which we look like a school, we are a school, but, and we also just made it out of high-density urethane, so that it will be enduring until my death. Hopefully.
Mrs. Chairman, can I just have her repeat something?
Yes.
What'd you say the material was made out of?
Oh, they say HDU, which is high-density urethane. It looks good, and it's more durable than wood.
Yeah.
Wood is very pretty, but we had to paint it many times, and this time we were trying to replace it, so.
It's on the photo drawer? Yeah, right
Got
over here. Okay, and your colors are rainforest foliage, white dove, and it's going to be real gold leaf. Yes.
I believe that's what it's supposed to be.
So fancy. It's nice.
I know, well, it was a very pretty sign to begin with.
Yeah.
It's going on the same post that it previously was on, rather than to dig that up and start over with some other kind of post. We have lights on there, and should be very
So it's a
simple.
simple change out
Right.
design.
And the color of the post is the same white dove?
Well, I would say now it probably could use a little paint job.
So maybe if we
A
could,
dove job, paint
Yeah,
job.
yeah.
So, yeah, because it's been there a while, and it probably doesn't look exactly
Now
the
it's
same
pale
color.
gray is what you're saying?
Well, it's not that bad, but it's a little darker,
and
you
it's
know.
white.
Yeah,
Weather.
Yes.
it's not green or, fuzzy, it's just maybe even if we try white.
About the same, no, it's about the same white as the sign that's painted at the moment.
Yeah,
They
I mean,
both
it's not
age
that
the same
bad,
way.
but
Yes,
it is
exactly.
probably, if you look at it from different angles, you might
Right.
notice it's darker.
Great, kind of sorry to see the pediment at the top of the sign.
I
Yeah,
know.
with the
Because
little,
that's so,
I really like that.
yeah,
too.
we
so
did
it's so
too,
indicative of that age.
we did too, but we're trying to be pragmatic, so. Yeah, it had like a little ink well, whatever, but that's.
Are there any other questions from the board? Any other questions from the board? That being said, is there anyone from the public who would like to speak on this sign? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. Does anyone like to make a motion
I'll second.
to approve
To
the
approve
sign
the sign
as presented?
Mhm.
I'll second. All those in favor?
Aye.
You are approved.
Hey, thank you so much. Nice to meet all of you.
Can I just have you spell your first and last name?
It's B-I-P-O-P-O-V.
And you the,
Thank you so much.
You're welcome. All right, next we'll hear from the Pearl Dentistry. Please, make sure you sign in and put your relationship to the project.
Okay, I'm Robin from Foley Brown, representing Pearl Dentistry. What they like to do is represent their logo and the logo colors on the building storefront in dimensional letters, 1/2 inch thickness. And that's pretty much the definition of the project.
How about this little logo, same
That-
1/2 inch?
The same, everything would have the same dimension, yeah.
Yeah. Will there be any lighting on the sign?
No lighting, not illuminated.
Anybody else have a question? That's very nice.
New logo.
Clean. Yeah. Anyone on the board? All right, are there any members of the public wishing to speak on this matter? All right, that being said, the public portion is closed. And I will make a motion to approve the sign as presented.
I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You are approved.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You too.
All right. Next, my office accounting services sign plan. Have you signed in?
It's like a
Yeah,
fast,
you
it's
see
a
it right
fast
here, you
turtle.
can see it.
A race.
It's a fast
Yeah.
turtle.
I see it
Fast,
better
but not too
there
Yeah.
than
So you
here.
see that again?
Yeah.
Okay.
It would
That's the
help
level
if
of
this
concept.
little line was just a touch longer, in my opinion, but. it's
Yeah,
just
we're
me.
gonna find a number.
Because it looks like
That's
letters.
not such a just throwing the fence.
Yeah, I thought it was S and R,
Stylized, yeah.
fancy letters.
That's what you can see.
We already
An eye.
Yeah, no, I've seen the current banner, it's nice.
Yeah, so that's nice.
It's legible
Yeah,
in
yeah,
person.
yeah, nice in person. Okay.
All right, any other questions from the board regarding this sign? Is there anyone from the public wishing to speak on this sign? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. Is there a motion to approve the sign as presented?
I'll make a motion to the sign as presented.
And a second?
I'll second it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
You are approved.
Thank you.
Okay, Dollar General. Dollar slightly forward.
My name is Caitlin O'Connor, I'm representing Pearl Sign, representing Dollar General Sign Permit application. So this essentially what they're proposing is just a replacement for the sign that was damaged in the fire. Corporate branding, their standard corporate colors, the yellow and black. Channel letters similar to the other tenants within the shopping center.
And it's centered in the open space
Yes,
between the
exactly.
decorative features.
Correct.
And the colors are just yellow?
It's, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't have my best book with me. It's,
There are so many yellows in here.
yeah, it's the PMS 109.
Oh, it's got a number with it?
It does, yes.
Yeah,
So this is the old sign, so it's.
yeah, it's fair, it's the
similar-
same.
It's their standard.
Yeah, okay, I didn't see the number down there. All right, we're good now. All right, any other questions on this sign? Okay, are there any members from the public wishing to speak on this new sign? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. Is there a motion to approve the sign as presented in the corporate logo?
I'll make a motion to approve the sign as presented.
Is there a second?
I'll present it.
Okay, all those in favor?
Aye.
You are approved. What are you gonna do? We are going to call up the Guardian Gunworks sign review next. Thank you. Good evening.
We're not saying the same now. You never know.
Lou, can you sign into this if you didn't already? Can you sign in as well?
Yeah, and your relationship with the project. We have seen you before, we just have to sign. Yes, please, explain your project. Absolutely.
We are appearing before this board to request approval for a new sign insert regarding
sign boxes are existing and no work other than switching out the acrylic face is being done. I thank the board for its consideration.
And
You
this,
should have some signs, these.
we have a dedicated pylon sign,
Yeah,
and the sign you're going to use
Robin
that
of,
box.
Robin of Foley Sign, that is making these.
Oh,
Then she's gone. I have a question, maybe, can I ask?
sure.
Okay, so in this box, is this not going to the end? You see how?
This is just schematic.
So
Not
this is
to
going to
scale.
go,
It'll
okay,
fill,
this is
it'll
meant
fill
to-
the whole box.
It will fill in the
It
whole
will
box?
fill the
Okay,
space.
thank you.
Are there any other questions from the board?
Yeah, I guess I did. So just to be clear, the
Yeah.
visual here is, that's a bullet?
Yes, I think so.
Okay. And then I guess the other question I would have is the word gun totally necessary?
I could answer quickly, it's not totally necessary, but,
I don't know, I just feel as though the sign is in a place where there's a lot of families, there's a lot of people going in and out of restaurants, it's,
if it's any help, I was originally concerned about renting to this tenant, because of that sensitivity to some people, but I took a poll of all of our tenants, and no one has any objection whatsoever. I know it's not the whole
well, that's
town.
your tenants, that's not necessarily
Yeah.
the community.
But by the way, as a side note, this is the husband of an existing tenant, the hair salon. He's, and his wife, owners of the hair salon, so he's a reliable tenant, he's a reliable person. So I answered your question, not absolutely necessary, but,
Well, how would
He's
we
not
know,
here.
how would anyone know what it was?
The board's purview is the design.
Yeah, we can.
Right,
Yeah, we can.
no, we
We can
can't,
say.
we can't say.
Do they sell guns, is that what it is?
yes, these repair guns, and so,
It's more of a gunsmith.
Okay,
He's a
oh,
gunsmith.
Smith, okay.
And I'm sorry, the logo, what is that?
It's a gun with wings, it's a
Birds
bullet
of
with
a-
wings.
And they are 15 bullet weapons.
Okay.
It's a rifle, it's a rifle.
I don't know what it was, what's that in?
So you have to be familiar with guns to know.
Are there any other questions from the board? Are there any members of the public who wish to speak on this sign for Guardian Gunworks? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. Do I have a motion to approve the sign as presented?
I'll make the motion.
And I'll second it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And you know,
Any abstentions or noes?
I don't know.
Any
we'll do
abstentions?
a roll call since there's all.
Okay. Over Carol? Approved? Matt?
Approved.
Debbie?
Approved.
Approved?
Thank you very much.
Approved.
Not approved.
Approved.
Okay, it passes with a majority of votes on the board. Your sign has been approved. Next, we'll hear from Geikus Roofing Wall Sign Review.
Geigus Roofing is, well, I'm Greg Katz, I'm representing 99 Signs, I'm the sign contractor for Geigus Roofing. They're a Westchester company that moves to Rockland County. They want to put black letters on their building in Fall River. They're at 16 East Dexter Plaza, right by Define Brewery. And these are 1/4 inch acrylic black letters with their logo on their building.
Did you design this?
I did.
You did good. Welcome.
logo is also acrylic, we're just putting a vinyl print that's gonna be on top of the logo.
Are there any questions from the board on this one? No. Are there any members of the public who would like to speak on Geikus Roofing signs? Hearing none and seeing none, the public portion is closed. I will make a motion to approve the Geikus Roofing sign as presented.
I'll send it.
All those in favor?
Aye.
All right,
This
you
is
are
like
approved.
Guinness font.
Lose it, right?
Yeah, right?
Yeah, it does.
And it fits because Defiance right next door.
Exactly, they're good.
Yeah.
Thank you so much.
Good night.
All right, next is Pearl River Real Estate Partners Building Alterations. Welcome. Gentlemen, please sign in. And next to your name, put your relationship to the project. What is your name again? Gerard, you have that?
Yeah.
Okay. And you are Thomas? And your relationship is? Okay.
I'm not gonna scroll all that.
So tell us about your project.
Okay. Good evening, Chairman, the board. We're here today presenting this building, as we all know, has been there for a very long time, and it's had very.
Guerrilla tours in
Yes,
the beginning.
yeah, yeah.
Some boxes.
I bet it
Yeah.
did.
Some? You
Yeah,
did?
yeah.
I
And
need
it's
to
had,
know the owner.
and it's had various uses, it's been chopped up over time, and it's taken a beating. And my clients have purchased the building, they're bringing their business into town, they're gonna occupy the lower level, and the upper level is going to be a tenant space to be determined. Once we're built out, we're gonna figure out and go out and find out who is gonna be up there. The building is old, as I explained, it doesn't meet ADA accessibility. It also has some problems with exiting that I'm addressing. There's only one door on one side on the front and one door on the back. It's obviously a hazard with the distance. And that's the reason why I'm proposing the stairway at the southern end of the building, which is adjacent to that parking lot, which everyone would park and go right into the building that direction. Their entrance is on the lower level. There's another recessed section, and that's kind of the reason why I'm adding all these awnings to give a little cover to these existing stairs.
Right.
The windows are being replaced, so it's all black, and with the awnings being black, and the windows are black, everything colored. The building is a brick, black and brick will go very nicely.
Marvin windows you're using, I see.
We're looking at that now, but if it's not Marvin, it would be a black, regardless. They're
Yeah.
pricing it out right now.
Right.
Okay, so it will be a
Very
black
likely
Marvin window or similar.
Similar, perfect.
Okay, got that?
Yep.
Mhm.
Okay,
Similar as in a different shade or?
No, just, it'd still be a casement window, just different manufacturing.
brand.
Okay.
Casement windows, you want operable windows, some of the windows are fixed now, the building was built like a box and has no ventilation, and my clients are also, we're gonna make it energy compliant, we're bringing it up to the town stretch codes, which is an existing building, we are going above and beyond, but they're gonna be paying the bills, so we wanna do the right thing.
So it's basically back to the colors, it's brick and black.
Correct.
Will there be any,
Trying, like here, no color, no white, no
Any-
breakup, no.
yeah, any writing on the awning or just
Just seems
protection
dark.
from the weather?
Just protection from the weather, right now, we haven't done any logos, obviously, if they do, they'll come back.
Yeah, we'll be back.
Yeah.
At a later time.
What about doors? Like, what about doors? I guess
The same would be a black door,
glass?
replacing in kind, the same front door and then the back door, has a big vision panel.
It'll be glass with a black outline.
I'm just trying to picture
Sure,
it. In
sure,
other words,
sure.
that look could go very, like, dark, or it could be very classy, so.
Sure, we're
Elegant,
trying to
or it could
go-
just look like,
We're going for elegant.
okay, we're going for,
Like
okay.
even the
Yeah.
staircase that we're putting in, we're trying to put the matching brick and have it
Okay.
somewhat
Blue
matching
stone.
on the staircase.
Okay. don't want it to look like, a haunted house.
That's not now.
Okay, why did, that's probably a better like comparison.
No, I
Do
get
you know
what
what
you're
I'm
saying,
saying?
yeah.
If whoever's saying go one way or the other, it could be so dark that it's eerie, we just try to,
Yeah, no, the black is a very classy looking. It's
because that's a
hard to see.
residential street as well,
Yep.
right?
Sure, it's also why, we're adding some windows on the side, on
Okay.
the
Oh,
William Street
right,
side,
right.
because right now it's literally just
It's
a
blocked.
bumper.
Right, it's bumping, right.
Yeah.
And we're keeping that rhythm going along. There was definitely an addition at one time to the building,
Mm-hmm.
so we're keeping that rhythm of the same windows going down. These two don't exist today.
I think at one time, if I'm not mistaken, this used to be, a telephone building at
Correct.
18's, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And so,
Mhm.
right,
Yeah, and in the 1960s, they put an
Yeah.
addition on, and it's literally just a
Right.
ugly brick
Right.
box, it's an eyesore.
and
for
that's who
everyone.
built it, I believe, like
Yeah.
that was, it was
Yeah.
built for that.
Yeah, correct.
So, okay.
and we're also adding ADA lift, so that's gonna be all black too. Just to, we don't know what tenant's gonna go in there, and we need ADA accessibility for both floors.
Is it residential?
Yeah.
All
Business.
commercial?
All business,
Okay.
yeah.
Correct.
I just want to note for the record, so I guess some of the pictures that were provided to the building department were a bit unclear, so Barbara Carroll, one of our board members, went and took pictures of the site.
Sure.
So the board members have some of those pictures, so I just wanted to be clear that it was provided by one of the board members. If you could just look at them and confirm that you're
It's
talking
something
about
like
the
what you're
same.
talking about.
Yeah.
Yes,
Okay.
we're adding the two windows down here, this is correct. And we're adding some area well windows, deeper windows here to get more light into the lower level. That's what's shown. on
And
the
it just
plan.
be more aesthetically pleasing,
Yeah.
as you can see.
Yes.
Lovely.
Yeah.
A lot better than that, too.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
right.
that- where that
Once
wood
the
is.
stairs go into that
Right.
existing opening and
Right.
the awnings on there, it's really gonna change.
Right.
And that's the side that's most visible to town.
Right, but that's what I mean, because it's residential right next to this, so.
Right.
It's
we
good,
wanna
it's good
keep
for the
it-
neighbors to
Right,
have,
have something
Yeah,
that looks
this is-
kind of like
Yeah.
friendly.
right.
Yeah, that's what we're going for.
We grew up in
From
Pearl River
Yeah.
and
Oh,
we're,
good.
we're born and raised here and we wanna
Okay,
pump money
okay,
into the town.
yeah,
I live right up the street, so I have to live
oh,
there.
you're vested, you're all vested.
Yes.
Okay.
So I have a question.
Yes.
Will it be ADA accessible?
Yes, that's what the ADA lift is for. It's a
Okay.
Lula,
It's
it's
a
not an
lift.
elevator, but we don't know what tenant's gonna go in there, and obviously if someone goes in there and has clients that come, we can't have lawsuits over accessibility, that's just not gonna happen. We're bringing it up to market.
And this, the railing on these steps is what material?
We wanna do like a wrought iron,
Yeah.
or black,
So the railings will be wrought iron, black. And you're gonna replace the existing lighting with,
this is the downlight
This?
fixture, yes. It's
Yeah.
a dark sky compliant downlight, same black finish. The lights on the building now are like these big bulbs, so we're taking those off, it's more residential, but it's gonna
More
just.
Right, it has to go
It's
down,
not
you don't want
the
to spread out,
That's
right?
the way it looks right now.
It does, looks like
And
that.
are they controlled by the time of day or do they have
Yeah.
specific hours?
Yeah, they'll put
Yeah, it'll be a
put
timer.
a photo cell or a time clock.
Yeah, dusk to dawn kind of.
Yeah.
Maybe a motion sensor security rules.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We'll have plenty of that.
Yeah.
A lot of nighttime activity down there.
No, I have to say.
Yeah, the project is handicap bathroom, and it's bringing the whole building up to another level. They needed,
You know, for your own safety too, you want good lighting.
Yeah,
That's-
Sure.
Okay, are there any other questions from the board? I didn't notice what material the awnings will be made out of.
they're aluminum too. Aluminum steel.
Aluminum
They're-
awnings.
Yeah,
Okay.
they're, C.R. Lawrence, it's a company that makes them, purchased with black, and they have the stanchions, there's nothing going to the ground.
Right.
Luckily, the building's totally interior gutted, so we can put tie rods inside with plates.
Do you have a picture of that? Actually.
I saw it in here somewhere.
Of the awning?
Yeah, it's the best, the resolution,
Yeah,
the
it's,
colors.
I don't know about, I don't have a printed color version, but that's, looking for the inches tall.
Mhm.
They're not really that chunky. As you can see them on here. So it's sticking out 4 feet with the tie rod, 3 tie rods going back.
Mhm.
Which kind of monorail is it?
Yeah, it's a very popular look.
Yeah.
And, you know, we need to do that just for snow for the stairs, and we're doing one for the existing front, which will clean it up. Right now, the building has no character, it's literally a brick box, so we're trying to add some character to the building.
Yeah, and the view from the parking lot's not fantastic.
No.
Any other questions from the board on this project? Okay, Gerard, would you read back to us, what we said, that the wrought iron railings, that, all that stuff?
Yeah, so black wrought iron railings, anything that, black Marvin windows or equal, so that'll be on the record, black. Those are the only 2 things that were, had a
Any
manufacturer.
variation?
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think the color was ebony?
Yes, everything.
That'd be
Yeah.
black.
And the same for the awnings, will be a matching color, it's a different company, but it's matching as close as physically possible.
Right. Okay, so that's a good notation to put in.
Yeah.
It's all on the plans too, right?
Yeah,
Perfect.
yeah, it says black, yeah.
Okay. Is there a motion to approve the plan with the conditions as presented tonight?
I'll make a motion to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor? Aye.
Aye.
All right, your project is approved.
Thank you.
Thank you, guys.
Almost been like another table here. with
Yeah,
the
it needs to
drawing.
be
A little wider table would be
Yeah.
very nice.
Yeah, it's okay, it's a new building, it's growing, it's okay. Thank you.
All right, tonight, 42 Schuyler Road is up next. Okay, please state your names, your relationship to the project, and sign.
Architect.
Good evening, my name is Pat Hatcher, representing the builder, Westchester Modular Homes for the project.
Oh, excellent.
So,
Thank you.
most of what we have is in the set already, but, one sheet to show the existing neighborhood, right? So, this is a lot here, number 10, and then you can see.
Excuse me, sir, I don't want to interrupt. Maybe, would you mind putting it here and standing here so that the
Or you
public can also
can you
see?
put it on a chair maybe?
Yeah, just.
Yeah, we do that.
Is that what you're trying to work?
Yeah.
Yeah, just so
Everyone
everyone can
back
see.
so everyone can see.
See,
So in other words, you know, we're gonna move you where the sign is and the sign where you are, and just move back a little bit so everybody on the board can see it.
Also,
and the public needs to see it.
It may be better if you put it here, and I can.
Oh, yeah, okay.
It's not
It's not gonna be us, so
Yeah,
we're
if you
gonna-
walk in, yeah. Do we have an easel in here,
I
Gerard?
can look in the back.
I have an easel in my car.
Let me see.
Let's see.
Chair, I mean, a chair can stand.
Yeah, the,
Yeah, you
yeah,
could
we can put it
rock
on
on
a
a chair.
chair, yeah, just not always that far away.
So put your chair, the chair can go like here. Would that help? Okay.
Okay.
mind standing, and if that helps, so that we can see, and this, I understand it's probably hard because you guys are sitting, so I don't mind standing and watching.
This is our first time in this room, so we're now really.
Oh, that's it?
No, Professor, I want to see it.
Okay, you're not the only one. Okay, does everybody see it now? Okay. Proceed, sir.
All right, thank you. All right, so lot number 10, and then it shows some of the houses in the area that you can see from the street. A lot of, a few of these houses are set back quite a bit, so you can't take pictures from the street. But kind of gives you a feel of the neighborhood. This is the subject property from the street. It's very well wooded, right? And then it's also even lower. You can see it's about, this has 376 here elevation, 366 elevation, and the house is at 398, right? So it's much lower, and then you ride up to get to the middle of the property, 6 acres. And then you have a clearing, right? So you can see from this aerial view, very wooded area, and then the clearing. That's the property right there.
Okay.
Good, good? All right. So this is the plot plan, shows the house basically in the middle of the 6 acres. There's an existing drive, right, that we're keeping. There are no setbacks. This is the building envelope, right, so you don't have a setback issue, right? You don't have an FAR issue, because they're like 0.03 and 0.10 is required, so we're good there. Landscaping, as I said, the site is very well wooded, right, so we just have a few shrubs at the front of the home, but the driveway is lined with trees and very, very well vegetated. Go to the house. So what we're proposing is, it's a 2-story, it's not quite a colonial, because a standard colonial will have a living and dining, on either side. But so you have a foyer, and basically the master suite with a sitting room on the left-hand side, and the back you have a family room, dining area and kitchen, and then coming off the 2-car garage, you have a basically laundry and mudroom. Right, so on the first floor you have 1 bedroom, and then on the second floor you have 3 bedrooms and 2 baths.
Okay.
Good.
Do you have a really good front view of this house?
Yes, that's what we really need to see.
Yeah, we should go here first,
Yeah.
and then go inside, thank you.
Ryan,
Sure.
Yeah.
Right, so the elevations are in the drawings. As I said, most of everything is in the drawings, right? But this is the elevation of the home. All right, so basically, certainty, 7-inch straight edge, rough shape, vinyl siding, color sable brown. Got architectural asphalt roof shingles, color weather wood, basically. You have some of those.
Yes, that's right, there's some color
We'd love to
samples
see
here.
those.
Absolutely.
And basically just fiberglass columns, 8-inch columns with Trex decking.
So, this is the actual type of shingle and the color, this is sable brown. It's a 7-inch reveal with a straight edge on the bottom, so it looks like a hand split cedar shake, but you don't have the maintenance associated of a wood-sided house.
Sort of.
Yeah.
So this is the roof shingles. So we're doing an architectural 30-year shingle on the house. So the weathered wood here complements the earth tones in the siding. And we're doing 5-inch corners on the house, so we're doing a little bit wider corners than standard.
And is that the color of the corners?
Yes, so all the trim on the house is white, so your windows, your fascias, your soffits, your corners, all the trim is all white on the house. And we're doing a PVC picture frame around all of the windows and doors. So there's no shutters on the house, we're doing all wider trim to give you more of an old-fashioned colonial look. And we're doing Trex decking for the front porch.
And what color and style is that Trex decking?
So they call it Pebble. It's Trex Select decking. and then we're doing 8-inch square fiberglass columns on the front porch.
Just simple columns on the front porch, simple posts?
Yes, just straight classic, nothing fluted, or he just wants, just a classic old-fashioned look on the house.
When you said before something about it's not your typical colonial from the exterior,
It looks like,
yes.
but from the interior.
It's just the
Okay.
interior.
Well, that's why it was good to
division
see
of
the
space.
exterior before we saw the interior,
No
because,
problem.
no, because I couldn't picture what it was gonna be.
Yeah.
Like, whatever you put inside isn't, like, really have anything to do with us, but
It's
this
just a
looks like a
stone.
really nice colonial, so.
It looks traditional
Yeah, that's
from
what-
the
yeah, it
outside,
does.
but the inside, you don't
It's
have
a
all the
little funky,
bedrooms on the
right,
second
yeah,
floor, you
right,
have
it's
the
a little
double
funky.
master
That's fine,
suite.
yeah, yeah, okay. But now I can better insert it, do you understand? Okay.
Problem. Next time I'll start with the.
No, it's just, we try to put it all together.
Any questions?
Door color.
So the front door assembly will be white to match the white exterior of the windows and the white trim around the windows and doors.
So the door's gonna be white?
Yes, to match the picture frames.
Oh, really? Okay. Railings?
The railings and the posts are all gonna be white as well.
Lighting?
So you have two lights here, at the door, that flank the door, and then two light, and then the light here that flanks this door. No, sorry.
Garage door.
What kind of garage
Light.
doors?
Garage with white.
Color, white?
Yes.
Is that the only light that's on the garage side? Just that one?
Yeah, yeah, it's right here.
So we'll have a light for the door, but we'll also, sometimes the homeowner wants to put a floodlight here, or we might put
Yeah,
two other
okay,
lights
see,
there.
that's the preference.
Okay, and do you have a model for those lights that we could understand?
I don't, but they're antique bronze finish, but I don't have a cut sheet or a sample of the light fixture itself.
Looks like a coach light,
Yes,
traditional.
yes, traditional coach light type light.
In antique bronze,
Yes, that's correct.
and all the same matching?
Yes, the front, the side, and the rear will all match.
Are there any other questions?
Are you coming back on landscape plan?
Yeah, but
We
I
do
showed
have a
them
landscape plan here.
Right, so that's what I was explaining, the whole property is wooded, and then we have two
Right.
shrubs at the front,
Oh, yeah, there it
just on the
is.
porch. So
So,
we submitted that.
Yes, the site plan and the landscape plan were submitted with the house plans.
yeah, I did see it, and it looked good. That's all I can tell you at this moment.
So the plan is to just have one house on this property though?
Yes, that's correct.
There it is. Oh, in your application, you mentioned where the AC units were going to be placed, and I did not see them on this landscape plan. Can you enlighten me, please?
Typically, we put them behind the garage, but I apologize, they're not located on here. We can, amend the plan and resubmit it to show where the condensers are.
Is there anybody going to be able to view that from the back, that you might need to shield it with some plantings?
No,
I don't believe there's any homes back there.
you have the,
No one
Stephen
has a
Grove
direct-
Radley Park.
No one has a direct sight line to your air
Yeah, so
conditioning.
this would be the rear, right, that's the street.
Yeah.
That'd be the end, that'd be the-
Okay, all right, I'm happy. So do they have to come back with the drawing of that, or can we draw it on the plan
Well,
now?
if they show, yeah, if they show you where it is and put it on the plan, they have to give updated plans to the building department.
Right.
But you can approve it you know, with the change that
Yes.
the AC units will be located behind the garage and just give a little bit more of a description of the
Okay.
location of where it would be.
No
That's
problem.
fine.
It's in the description.
It is in the description,
Yeah,
it's
so-
just not pictured
Just not,
on the plan.
got it.
That's,
Okay.
Right here.
okay. Do you wanna draw that on this, and I'll leave this with Gerard?
Sure, we can do that, but when they submit to the building inspector,
You'll get a copy?
yeah, but it'll have to show, yeah, I'll get a copy, but it has to show where the, air conditioning is gonna be placed.
Okay,
So, you guys amend the plan. You want me to draw it then? I'll draw it.
yeah, draw it, so I can.
You could draw it just so they can review it and then.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Are there any other questions from the board?
Nope.
Is there any member of the public wishing to speak on this project?
I have a question.
Yes, would you please state your name and address for us?
Debbie McCurdy, 92 Skyler Road.
Do you need her to spell that?
Yeah, can you spell your last name?
RICCARDI.
92 Skyler, you said, right?
Yes.
So you ask your question to the board.
Okay. Is the square footage on it? I didn't hear him mention that.
There's always somewhere. I saw it somewhere.
It's about 2,600 square feet. It was on the cover letter for the page 0 of the factory plan, it's just not on the design plan.
No, it's good.
You
The
have
first,
it?
the first floor, 1,524 square feet, the garage is 724 square feet, second floor is 1,038.
Square foot. 562 square feet.
And you didn't- That's not counting the bonus.
Yeah, so the attic, that's a separate space.
Okay, does that answer your question?
Yes, and double check, the direction you're saying the back of the house is towards the state park? Is that?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
Sorry, if you just go back to the landscape plan. So for the air conditioning units, they're facing the park. Are they visible from the left or the right?
From here,
Yeah.
I mean,
Or is it so
But
heavily
it's-
wooded?
it's so wooded, like, that's what I showed you before, right?
Yeah.
That's the clearing, the property is like that size, like this size, so it's wooded all the way around. So I think your house is here, right, 92? You're-
I'm
yeah.
not bumped up against you, there's a house in between.
Between,
Yeah.
right, so from between this house and this clearing, you can't see anything.
Yeah, you won't be able to see it.
You can't see from the street, I drove up there, you can't see it from the property,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
so vegetated.
Witness protection program.
Yeah, I mean, my concern was just the size in comparison to the other homes that are also on similar sized properties. And, that it was smaller, and so my husband just said, well, how does that work with property value?
Mhm.
Would it affect it at all? So that was,
Yeah, that's 6 acres, so
yeah.
that's a lot of property value right there.
But it sells, your home will sell based on the square footage, so their home will sell for less per square footage of the home, but will give more value to the land. If you have more square footage, that's what it's based on versus your land will be less. But it won't hurt you.
There's an unfinished basement and an unfinished bonus room above the garage, so if he chooses to finish that in the future, that adds, 1,000 to 2,000 square feet.
Okay. Anybody else wishing to speak from the public? Okay, the public portion is closed. Is there someone from the board who would like to make a motion on this project?
Make a motion to, I'll make a motion.
Second?
I'll second.
Okay,
John, there you go.
And you're with, what's that, Aqua?
Such a small one, it's such a good one.
All right, I would like to make a motion to close this meeting. Is there a second?
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
The ACABOR meeting of September 5th, 2024 is closed.